Hi, everybody. Bill Panoff here with Porthole Cruise and Travel. And I am here today with Gregor Gerlach, the owner of Riverside Luxury Cruises. Gregor is no stranger to luxury travel, as their parent company, Seaside Collection, owns and operates 11 luxury boutique properties around the world. And thankfully enough, I just returned from a magnificent experience on board their newest ship, the Revel in France on the Rhone. And all I can say is, wow. This is the second cruise in the water, and I must say the onboard team worked so cohesively to deliver a first-class product. Gregor, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Bill. Nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you, and hopefully we can meet together and sail together on one of your many boats.
Definitely, we have to.
Tell me a little bit about some of the unique amenities and services that guests can expect when they sail with Riverside Luxury Cruises.
Yes. Well, first of all, for us, luxury really is individuality. That's why we fell in love with the river cruise business, coming from the hotel side, and we don't believe in like 500 room luxury hotels or 500 cabin luxury cruise ships. So, for us, the ideal size is 50 to 100 rooms, and that's exactly what we see on the river. So that's why, we thought, oh my God, the river is such a great place to do a real luxury product. We were surprised that it doesn't exist yet. So that's how we got onto the river. And now, what does that mean? Individuality is, we have a butler for each cabin, and that's also his job, to anticipate what the guest might want or need and to organize everything. Also, it's not so much about extra amenities. Yes, the butler for each and every cabin is one, but for us mainly it's about the food. We really cook fresh on these ships. And we buy fresh product and we really cook it. There's no convenience food, nothing, just heat it up, no frozen food. We really do everything fresh on the ship. And that's really something unique for river cruising. And then obviously the ships are very special. They have larger cabins, they have less cabins. Cabins on a cruise ship are quite small compared to our luxury hotel suites. For us to really make the space feel as nice and as comfortable and as possible and use only the best materials, and luxury is just doing the normal things better, a little bit better than what you're used to.
You were talking about the hardware, which is really well done, and just for everything is so well appointed, but the software, meaning the people that you have on board, are so passionate and just so engaging. I felt as if I was with family sailing, honest to God. I didn't feel like I was with a crew member. I felt like I was with an extended member of my family, because as you know, they anticipated all your needs and they know your first name. They really get to know you. And I was really very, very sad to leave, because I made some really good friends, not only among the other guests, but among the crew.
Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier, this mind reading, this knowing the guests, knowing each other. Yeah. That's something that's very, very important to us. And that obviously only works with the limited number of guests we have on our ships.
Can you share some additional services and amenities that guests can access, such as the spa treatments, which I had a chance to participate in, which were great, and the fitness facilities? Even on a smaller vessel like this, you have full fitness areas here.
Like you said, we have a spa, and that's something where we work together with our Maldivian resort. On the Mozart, it's already fully installed, and I'm not sure on the Revel. We're still working on fine-tuning a bit, and we're trying to have a real Maldivian spa experience with a lot of different treatments and very relaxing treatments and so on. So that's very important to us. On the Mozart, which is the one bigger ship, we even have a hairdresser and a beauty salon.
Oh, wow.
You said have a fitness room with different workout possibilities and so on. But it doesn't stop there. So also our excursion program has active excursions and more traditional excursions. And obviously you don't want to be active every day, but you know, we offer hiking, bike rides, kayaking, things like that for the more active people. And then we have the traditional, more culture-oriented excursions for, you know, which are the more traditional things.
Participated in the kayaking, which was great. I mean, the scenery was amazing, and it was just a small group with a guided tour, and everything was just great. And I actually was more active on your boat than I've been on many large cruise ships. You know, I was more conducive because everyone goes ashore and takes these.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think that's also one point that's so nice about river cruising in general. You just dock, you know, in a tender and be brought over and you know, assemble for a bus or whatever. You just walk off. The guide is there, takes you, and off you go. So, yeah.
What destinations can guests visit when sailing with Riverside Luxury Cruises, and how do you choose these locations? I know you have 2 boats now, and you have several more coming.
Yes, we started in April with the Mozart on the Danube, and essential our standard itinerary is between Passau and Budapest. So it's like 1 week, the Wachau, which is really nice countryside, and to Vienna, and then it's more the big cities like Vienna, Esztergom, Bratislava, Budapest. So there we really try to offer both nature and cities, and obviously adjust the program to that. 3 times a year we go all the way down to the Iron Gate and back, which is a very nice trip as well. Then you were there. We just started the Ravel on the Rhone, which is a very nice river, I think. I mean, the south of France is so special, and the weather is always nice, and the scenery is so beautiful. Being there on the ship on the river, I think, is very special. So I think that's a great place to be. We just finished, or just finishing the itineraries for next year. And we'll have the first stretch. If you start in the south, the first stretch will be 4 days in the Provence, with a lot of open air outside cruising, barbecue on the sun deck while you cruise along.
Beautiful.
Then it's 4 days more of culture and excursions, and then you go into the zone, and it's a mixture again of open air, sun deck, and the very old traditional France in front of your doorstep. So for me, that's actually my most favorite river experience, I would say. And then next year we are bringing, of course, the very classic Rhine, Main, Danube cruises, the tulip cruises in spring.
Sure.
Which are very popular, obviously, and it was also great. It's a great time of the year and a great place in Europe to be in the Netherlands and Belgium, and cruising on these little waterways there. So yeah, and then it will go down to Basel and also on the Mosel, which is very nice, with a lot of wineries and so on. So we have everything. And to me, as we're coming from the hotel business, for us, it's so special to be able to move the ship and be somewhere else. We try to do as little as possible repetitive itineraries. So we're really trying to have many different itineraries, many different places. The team sometimes gets frustrated with me because they're saying, oh my God, we already have so many hundred places, excursions, and now you want even more, and so on. But I think that's the special thing about having a ship. You are able to do different things all the time.
Yeah. The one thing that I noticed, and you mentioned earlier, that really sets you apart from the other boats on the water, the culinary experience on board is bar none, is first class. And I met your culinary, I think it was a chef from the Mozart, who happened to be on board the Ravel, and we watched him prepare some of the dish, and he's like a magician the way he's an artist, the way he puts the food together and the way it's presented. I mean, again, it's so fresh and so different than any other cruise ship I have been on. So kudos to the culinary experience. Really, it's something that those who are watching really have to experience when sailing on Riverside Luxury Cruises.
Yeah, the food is right in there on the very top, and we have a lot more crew in the kitchen than any other river ship, and we spend a lot more on the food per guest than any other.
It shows. It really, I mean, it shows. It's phenomenal, really.
It's you know, it's not magic. It's a lot of input, but we feel it's very important.
Talking about the onboard technology, one thing that's important to many guests when they cruise, regrettably, is staying connected. And you have lightning speed Wi-Fi. I think you have a Starlink system now on this vessel and the others, from what I understand.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we're in the lucky position that Starlink started service in Europe earlier this year. So we were, I think, the first one on the river to have Starlink.
To ensure guests that have disabilities or special needs, how do you accommodate them on board on your cruises?
Obviously, we have a lot of staff, so we try to help as much as possible. We have an elevator, so you can move between decks with the elevator. We have ramps which we can put if somebody is in a wheelchair. If they're not too scared, we carry them up the stairs, and you know, I mean, for us it's very important. I think a big trend, and we see that also in our bookings, is multi-generational trips. And obviously, if you're talking about multi-generations, you will have some people which are less mobile than others, and we try to help them as much as possible. And like I said, also with the excursions, we try to have different activity levels of excursions. We try to have excursions where we really just sit and watch or listen, and we have excursions where you need to be a bit more active.
In closing, if there's one tip or a piece of advice that you would give to guests before embarking on Riverside Luxury Cruises, what would that be?
I would say spend time on the ship. It's a comment I get from a lot of guests. When they leave, they say, I wish I had spent more time on the ship. It's so nice, you know, to be on the sun deck or just to be in the cabin and look out of the window. It's a great experience to be on a ship moving through the heart of Europe. So don't miss that experience. And I think that would be my advice.
Gerlach, it's a pleasure interviewing you, and excited to sail again and on one of the many rivers that your vessels are plying, and continue success with your growth. And for those of you that have never considered river cruises, please do so, and please consider Riverside Luxury Cruises. I am going back. I am a fan, and I can't wait to sail again. Bill Panoff here with Porthole Cruise and Travel.